Herbalife is always being heard, and so really I have to say this is a correct motivation, and, you start off the right foot this weekend, and for me, it's always an honor to have an opportunity of sharing with you, of being able to have a space, of being able to share some words with you. Herbalife has given me so much that I still have a great debt with them, and so I would like to share with you first that and congratulate you guys before because you guys are great, right? You're new, and so this week is helping out. This is for all the tab team members, and that lets me know that you know what you have to do already, and success is yours already, and success is something that you have to continue doing daily, and success can always keep on increasing and elevating to different levels. But for me, it's an honor to be able to share with you with people of success, right? So, what can I say of a person of success, right? What can I say that you guys don't know already? But Herbalife is simple. You always have to keep it simple. It doesn't matter what level you're at right now, and or the next level that you want to reach either. And so, for those that don't know a little bit about my story, let me tell you that really my story before Herbalife was not successful at all, but it has to do with this. This company doesn't matter what your past was or your future is going to be. It doesn't matter where you're at right now. We're going to do Herbalife right now, but this doesn't define what's going to happen tomorrow because things can keep on improving. So I started this opportunity 6 years ago, and it's been the best 6 years of my life. And at that time, when I started with the opportunity, I always describe it as a perfect moment, not because everything was, rosy and everything was perfect and I was doing well and I was super successful and positive and everything was all good vibes. Nothing like that. But it was the best time because first of all, God knows it. God knew that with that indecision I had in my life, he had to put me against the wall so that when I was given the opportunity that I wanted and the road I wanted to take, there was nothing to be distracted with. So, you guys, just like everything else, you start off, you don't know where you're going. That's how I started. I started as a customer, and obviously it was sold by itself. The result sold by itself. I fell in love with the product. It cost me some money at that time because let me tell you, my financial situation was very difficult at that time, and I made the investment to buy the product. I said I had to do it, and the results were notorious, and people wanted to know what I was doing, right? I was doing it and giving it my all. And so one thing took me to another, and I started to share with the products with the rest of the people in the same innocent way. When you see a movie and you like it and you share it with everybody else, and you go to a restaurant, you like it and you share it with everybody else. And so, because of my great surprise, one night coming from that long work day at that time, I was working as a hostess in a restaurant more than 12 hours, 6 days a week to practically just, live behind in all my, financial situation. I got home and I found an Herbalife letter. And for me, it was a check, ladies and gentlemen, to my surprise. And I got to tell you that that check was the light among the darkness that I was living. And it impacted me so much. And let me tell you that everything big starts off with something small. To create great things, you have to stop with the first step. And it was $37. It was $37 that changed my life forever. $37 that made me reflect and know that there was something more, and life, the traditional life that had been drawn out for me for, finding success and being somebody in life and having a significant life was just one way of being able to achieve it. And it made me curious, and I really relived my faith that when I came into this country 10 years before that time, looking for the American dream, that, it turned into the American nightmare at that time. And, I saw it there. I saw it that there in that check. And it wasn't difficult for me. It wasn't difficult for me to share the products that I'd fallen in love with already. It wasn't difficult for me to continue doing the opportunity now with intention, right? With a purpose, and making sure that there was, let's say, a way out to all of those problems I had. And there was a way out so that I could improve my life. And I'm going to say this once again, ladies and gentlemen, the only thing I want was supplementary income. I didn't imagine what was going to happen to me, after 6 years. But I can say one thing to you, that what I've learned in the last 6 years is the most important thing. And this has been the journey, every journey to get to the next level. I have very different points to share with you now. And these are just steps that have helped me out to keep on getting ahead, to keep on, becoming more. And I know that everybody that's on the call, there's nothing you haven't heard before, but these are the things that I feel. These are the things that I want to share with you guys. And first of all, then, let me tell you something. Hold on one second, because I don't see the time, Angel. I'm just going and going. So I need to know the time, okay? All right. Okay. All right, then. So, first of all, I'd like to start off saying that I want to tell you a little bit of an anecdote that happened to me recently. When I was growing up, I always thought about becoming an adult, and to be an adult of having a career, a good car, have a good home. None of that was happening to me, but Herbalife was a vehicle to be able to achieve that. And one of those things was to learn to drive, right? And so some years ago, that's when I started to drive. And it was something that I always wanted to do. Living in this city of New York, I was a mother of two, and I always desired that, having a vehicle. I can take my daughters to the beach, or I can take them, wherever I want to take them. I didn't have to take the train if it was dangerous. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, perfectly. You can continue, says Angel. Okay. So that was my desire. I had a very big desire, and I had the opportunity, doing the hard work, and I have to say the work we do in Herbalife, and I was able to accomplish that dream. I bought my car, before I learned to drive, because that's how it happened. But I got to tell you that what I was desiring, you don't know what you are desiring until it comes to you. Because when this car came to me and I started to have driving classes, I got very, very scared, because I wasn't thinking about the consequences. I wasn't thinking about on that. I was thinking about what I wanted. I was going to think on how good I was going to look in my car, and I was going to go and go get some ice cream or take my children to school, whatever. And I wasn't thinking on the consequences and the things that I had to, well, the things that depended on me for that to happen. So I got to tell you this. That was total, total fear. I got up in the car, and you know what? I couldn't see anything, because, I was bad, you guys. And so I said, okay, I'm scared. I'm scared. I got in the car. And when I had to go on the road, and I would see those trucks going by me, and, you guys, I got to tell you, I was driving and I wasn't looking in front. I was looking to see who was behind me. I was looking who was by my side. I wasn't looking to where I was going. I was looking at what was happening around me. And of course, that was turning into an effect, and I was feeling a lot more nervous. And so I said to my people, I had to have a conversation. I was tired, and I said, you know what, this is what I wanted. And it doesn't matter what you want when you have it now, and now you can't complain. Having it now in the car, and I didn't want to use. So then what's that about, you guys? What's that about, by me? So I wasn't driving the car. My Johan had the same car, and I felt secure, and I was driving the same car in the same road, and I felt nervous. And I said, you know what? You feel more secure with your life in somebody else's hand than in your own hands? What's that about? So I had to give myself that conversation, right? Because all these little devils are behind you all the time. They keep on working. Fear is always going to be with you in all the areas and all the circumstances in your life, trying to avoid for us to enjoy the things that we want. And many of the people here, everybody that's here, we really have an opportunity like Herbalife. We asked for it, and now that you have it, what are you going to do with it? Now that you have it, you have to talk to people, you have to do presentations. What are we going to do with it? And so, you guys, being on the Get team to get to the millionaire team, do you want to be a millionaire team? You have to do more. It's a little bit frightening. You have to talk to more people, do more presentations, do the same type of work you were doing before, do it several times to duplicate and get to that level. And after millionaire, president's team. And that's how everything continues, you guys. I use the same thing that I used with my business. The same thing, the same mentality. That's what I use to start driving. And this depends on you guys because the road is already there and it's guaranteed you can drive on it. And this plan is already used, and many, many people give your testimony that this does work. And so some people that are doing cuts for 200K, you know what, guys, and get to the next level, it's an easy road ahead. And the product, you know what? The product is at every level, all the shapes that you can imagine. The product does work. And it's it has the best scientists, the best doctors, making sure that this is an excellent product. So who does it depend on? Who does the results depend on? You guys, it's us. So for me, the main thing of what makes the difference with the results that you have in this business and how you feel and what you do is you. So like we say from the Dominican Republic, get in your line, get in your lane. It's just like driving. For me, it was a challenge. It's what I wanted though, but just when I got this opportunity. And even if the person shows up, even if it seems it doesn't hurt, it hurts. Even if it seems it's easy, it's not easy. Everybody has a hard time at first. So this makes us feel, for me, I have to say the best thing of keep on wanting to get ahead and keep on having more dreams is making it fun. I do Herbalife because it's fun. I do Herbalife because it's different. Because I have the opportunity that I have to do it. It's a decision that I have to make, right? It's not an obligation to do Herbalife. Sometimes, people have it as a hobby, and it's a blessing that we have to do. And so you have to make it fun. You have to keep it fun. You have to make sure that that personality, that mentality that we used to have before of an employee mind, don't use that in your business now because it's going to go away. And you have to make it simple, fun, and magical. And you know what? If not, I didn't want to do this because for me, success means that I like what I'm doing. Success means that I feel happy in what I'm doing. And it's very, very important for us not to let all that past, all that program that we had as an employee, that we have to work, that I have to do this so that I can be compensated in a way that's not pleasing for you. And you have to keep yourself at all levels doing this in a fun way, whatever your level is. That doesn't mean because if you have a good time, that doesn't mean you don't take it seriously. At least that's what I think. I have to keep it fun at all levels. This is a serious business. And if the more seriously you take it, more serious the results are going to be. But that's what you got to do. And to be able to adapt to every level, to every phase that we're going to go through in our Herbalife journey. One very, very important thing that I had to learn the last 6 years, and I have to tell you this, it wasn't anything new. It was to be adaptability. And it wasn't Herbalife that showed me this. Not with that mind. No, Herbalife didn't show me any of that because just imagine I came to a country that I didn't speak the language. I didn't know the system. I didn't have any type of support. And then I became a single mom. And then I was looking for work to be able to support my family. I had to adapt myself from being a girl that everything was given to me in my country and adapt myself to everything I had to confront in this country. I adapted myself. You don't have to be a professional for that to be able to adapt and everything. So now that we're here in Herbalife, they do a little small change and we take it like something that's too personal now. And we don't want it But you know what, guys? You got to continue growing. It means continue adapting, right? Because wherever you're at in the marketing plan, it doesn't matter the level of tab team president, K's, or or chairman's club member. You're it. It was a challenge. So nobody's going to take that away from you. Nobody. But right when you get to that level, you go into your comfort zone. You guys, what I had to do to get to the Get team was very difficult. I had to grow as a person. I had to adapt myself to the situation. I had to get ahead and grow and help out more people. But right away, I got to the Get team. And that was my comfort zone. And so you have to adapt. You have to continue, keep on growing. You have to adapt. And even with success, and even when you reach your destination and you covering the things you want to do, you have to keep on moving, doing it quickly, because if you get in your comfort zone, forget it, you're going to stay there. So you adapt to the difficult times, but you also have to adapt with the good times also, because I got to tell you something, guys, and I'm talking to you honestly right now. You know what? Look at me. The 6 years ago, I had automation in the world because, there was a need, there was scarcity. But right now, if I continue doing Herbalife for the same reasons, if I continue Herbalife because I want supplemental income, if I want to do Herbalife because I want to be a full-time mom, and because I want to give my daughter a better lifestyle, you know what? I have to adapt myself. I have to adapt my goals and why I'm doing what I'm doing. So make sure that all the time, in all the areas we're adapting, not so much to the changes, but adapting ourselves to keep on improving. Okay. And with that, making errors, oh my goodness, having some errors. There's a certain level to committing errors, but let me tell you one thing, the only way of getting better and learning is to do that. And so the same way that I didn't allow that fear of driving would stop me on my tracks to be able to have that dream that I wanted, to be able to drive and, to be a good driver. And the same thing in our business, the same thing with everything. Look, even in this call, it's not easy. I didn't take any course on knowing how to do this, and how to be, a speaker or a presenter. And so we do it. If even if you do it bad, you do it that way to do it better. You keep on doing it. It's just like getting to your next goal. Give it your all. Give it your all. It doesn't matter. What's the worst thing that can happen? Giving it your all to get to the next level. Tell me, you guys, the best thing that can happen is for it to come true. And the worst thing is for you to continue growing, right? Because if you get to president's team and you gave it your all with everything you had, and you finished out with 9,000 royalty, 9,000 is better than what you were having before that. 9,000 was better than what you were getting before. So you guys, we are closer to reaching where we want to get to. You have to keep on going. Other things are not negotiable. If you're a little shy, get rid of it. I had to do that to do this business. Why? Because Spanish is my language, and I had to literally learn English with Herbalife. Living 10 years in this country, I didn't learn English, but doing Herbalife, I had to learn English because the whole organization was in English. And, I had to just let go of my fear. And I have to tell you that I didn't know how I did that. They saw me, maybe in a certain way, but you know what? Passion convinces, and love does also. And that's a language that doesn't need any interpretation. So I was loving what I was doing, and people also wanted to love the same thing because I was doing it, and people also wanted to feel accepted. And so wanting and loving what you do, that's fabulous. So just let go of any shyness you have. You have to just give it your all. And to keep on going, I got to tell you that success is when the opportunity is found. Here, no one, was in bliss. The only bliss we found was to find Herbalife. And not even so much because you also, for example, me, I have to say, it wasn't so finding Herbalife because it was very, very difficult, to lose that 30 pounds. It wasn't just because, it was hard work with those 30 pounds to be able to get these into these products. So nothing just happened by chance, but wherever you're at, you have to be prepared because you can't ask for more and not want to do more. You can't ask for more and decide that you're not going to give more of yourself. You're not going to want to ask for more and not say that you're not going to learn more. Every level needs more of you. And it's so easy, you guys, that, God's not going to give you anything that you're not going to be able to take. You know what? Look at the secret. Just like for me driving, it was given to me, and I was scared, and being scared, wanted to cover everything, but at the end of the day I had to prepare myself mentally. I said, you what, I want this. Let me get some classes, let me prepare myself mentally, let me talk to myself, let me increase the confidence in myself to be able to be ready, to be able to get that guide and be able to drive and take my family and myself and be safe. And so you have to be prepared, you guys. This is the time right now. If this is your winter, you have to prepare yourself for the spring. How do you prepare? Talking to more people, doing more presentations, having more results, learning something new, reading a book, empowering yourself. You have to prepare yourself for the next level. I never thought that I was going to learn the things that I have to learn today. And you know what? There's nothing new with a marketing plan. You become like a corporation, a company, the things you have to learn. My goodness. Oh my God. I thought if I would have been told this, oh my God, you know, I don't know what I would have done. You guys, you have to do it. And you know what? I'm surprised the things that I can learn and the things that I have turned into. And I invite all of you to do the same. So this is the time for preparation. So when the opportunity presents itself, you're ready, okay? And just to wrap up with this time that I've been giving with you guys, let me tell you guys, and I repeat, everybody's successful, and success is objective. It's personal. And it's very, very important for everything. The most important thing of all is to know within yourself the definition of what you consider success in your life. Because if you go to comparisons, you know what? You're always going to be in a bad place. Even right now, if I start to compare myself to somebody else that's doing it better than me, I'm going to feel bad. If I'm comparing myself with a person that's doing it worse, it's not, you know, fair for the other person. I'm going to stay in my comfort zone because I said, okay, I got to 60 Kai and so many diamonds, right? But success is personal. Define it for yourself and make sure you know who you're going to ask, tips from, because people learn from your mistakes and you learn from your fears. So as long as you are clear and you have a firm definition of success, you're going to enjoy it while you get to the next level. So remember, you guys, the most important thing is to know that we already are. And so we're in the middle of the month right now, you guys. And, I got to tell you, success, is going on. So what we did 2 weeks ago, we have to give it our all right now. And the quarter that just went by was fantastic, out of control. But my friends, we can't celebrate that. That's already in the past. What are we going to do now on this quarter to be even better? That's what counts. What we're going to do today. What a way of starting out this week with all of you guys doing all of this. So let's give it our all. Let's really give this opportunity of the product and the business to many, many more people every day, getting up with gratitude and knowing that we have to do this, that we want to do this, and being able to be grateful starts it off, and be able to share with everybody else, you guys. So these calls are going to be postponed for next Monday, and the Monday from there on, we're going to start the week in June. And in the press team call and for the tab team members, we're going to have it in the tab team call. And so it's been a pleasure for me to share this with all of you guys. And I'm really excited right now. I really want to get myself to start working again. So I love you guys. I desire you guys the best vibration, success, and give it your all. Bye-bye.